Hi guys, this is extremely Carlos. In today's video, I'm going to give you my review of episode 8 of season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Actually, the season 2 finale. The season 2 finale. Red Angel comes home. Or actually, the Red Angel comes home. So here we go, guys. I love this episode. It was epic. It was epic, people. As I last left you in episode 7 for both English and my Spanish reviews of the same episode 7. Things are getting critical and creepy. And I'll get to that, and basically, just to give you a little hint of the creepiness that I'm talking about, if you guys missed it, Heather is looking like, or is almost to the edge of basically losing her common sense of mind, and basically she kept her artist of pain and torture, mask. Of course, I'm talking about Muse. But I'll get to Heather later. How that ended up to be, how Heather ends up with Muse's mask, like how she ended up transforming herself, but the transformation for Heather and turning into what I like to call the female muse of Muse, the spiritual female muse of Muse, is very, very complicated, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So, as I last left you, like I told you, Heather basically is kind of losing her common sense of mind. But also, Karen is in jail. She's going to be prosecuted, and perhaps exiled to somewhere where there's no return from. But in a shocking turn of events, like a shocking awesome tasting soup of awesomeness, of awesome tasting taste. Maddie returns as himself, because if you remember in episode 1 of this past season 2, the bald one, meaning Fisk, basically gave a press conference that basically said, I need to find Matt Murdock and thank him personally for saving my life at the end of season 1 by putting himself in front of a bullet that was aiming for me because of Benjamin Poindexter, aka Bullseye. But this message of good faith was a total fake. Was a total fake of good faith, because this way, Maddie coming to Fisk without without being, Daredevil, Maddie would be at you know at at the Baldwin's political 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 mercy. He would have to basically Maddie would have to basically shake the man that he hates, the man that he's trying to stop from ruining the awesomeness that is the Red Hook section and the rest of New York, from all of us, from all of the citizens of New York and the Red Hook section. But again, it comes down to this. First, Fisk has lost his common sense of anchor. His anchor of love, meaning Vanessa, the one that kept him cool and from stopping him from going into that baldy dark side of his. But now that Vanessa's gone, he's losing it, and he has lost it. But the people of New York, or the pro vigilantes, which I include myself, if I were able to get into Daredevil Born Again, I would basically turn myself into the red hooded version of the Undertaker, and probably kick the baldy face and general baldness out of its body. But anyway, the people of New York, the pro vigilante and vigilantes like myself had enough, and Fisk is losing. Fisk is losing all control, not only because of the pro vigilantes, but because of Charles, apparently, yes, Charles, yes, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy with glasses, yes, Shaggy with these people, with these my peeps. By the end of episode 7, Shaggy has been betrayed by, of course, the Baldwin, because in episode 7, if you recall, which I'm sure you do, but I'll give you a short one, a short thing. What happened? Why Shaggy is so mad with Fisk? Well, Shaggy is working for secretly working for maybe I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go with it, with LaFontaine. Yes, Mary Julia Dreyfus character from the Thunderbolts. And Fisk basically took and stole the special storage unit that Charles had in mind to give away the weapons from this storage unit to give to somebody who we don't know who that somebody is, but we can surmise it could be, and it might be, But the bald one, but the bald one doesn't want to share. Didn't want to share, and he sent Crappy Powell, Krabby, anti Mr. Krabs, Krabby Powell, the bad version of the bad and evil version of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, to and his vigilante anti-force unit to basically trash the place. And that's why Shaggy decided to flip his taco and work with the governor of New York, which the governor of New York hates, secretly has been seething in secret the way that Fisk has been handling his mayorship of New York. But no longer, because of one person decided to flip his taco too. But not just flip his any taco, but Maddie returned. Physically, Maddie returned, and he uncorked himself. He did a 1080 from the X Games. A 1080 people from the X Games, and basically said to the jury and to the judges that were prosecuting his girlfriend Karen, that that Maddie was officially coming out and saying that yes, I am Daredevil. And with that power play, with that type of X Games power play, Fisk had nowhere to hide anymore. And plus, the surviving mate from the Bald Star, basically confirmed that they were transferred. The Bald Star, that he himself and his chief mate were carrying in the Bald Star weapons that Fisk told him to sink the Bald Star on purpose, because he didn't want this information to be discovered and to come out cleanly and crispy as a piece of pizza in the newspapers. And that's not all. BB also basically came out of the shadows and said, I am BB. I am BB. I'm the creator of the BB Report, and I'm rebelling against Governor Fisk because he has taken my uncle away from me, and my best friend, my confidant and best dude friend, meaning Danny. And it's time for me to rebel, and for you to join my rebellion. So we did, meaning the people of New York. And of course, Fisk, Fisk, Fisk basically barricaded himself in the courtroom as as Sheila, as Sheila is his meritorial assistant, was basically saying to Mayor Fisk, take the attorney general's take the attorney general's deal and get out of town. You won't be prosecuted. But if you stay, Mayor, you will be prosecuted. And eventually, Fisk did. But it took a while. It took a while because Fisk was so stubborn as the force is restored as the republic is stubborn with the empire, the galactic empire. And he was basically, no, I'm going to stay as mayor. And by the way, bring this rebellion, these rebels of pure dopiness to me. I'm gonna kick their teeth in. And he did. Brutally, may I add. But eventually, Fisk and Maddie had a heart to heart with themselves, with JJ, meaning Jessica Jones, in tow, and of course everyone, every survivor, no, every surviving rebel that didn't get beat up and basically smashed and thrashed and basically tombstone pile drive by the Baldwin's fist. And Maddie was eventually able to convince very hard, because it was convinced very hard the Baldwin to leave town and never to be heard from again for now. And as for Maddie and Karen, they had a wonderful last date dinner before Maddie was arrested and sent to prison with all his enemies from the vigilante force and the visual anti-force, and everyone that he has ever locked up. And that's how this wonderful season 2 of Daredevil, born again with a lot of taco, and a hint of WWE, and also a side of pure baldness. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Please don't doubt yourselves and hit that and tap that like button. And if you want to expand your time here on my channel and stay up to date with stay up to date with all all the red awesomeness that is Daredevil, and my other content that is coming up pretty soon regarding the World Cup. Please don't doubt yourselves as well, and hit that notification bell and tap that notification bell. And if you want to if you really want to glue yourself to me and to my channel, please go to my homepage and don't doubt yourselves as well as you go to my homepage and subscribe from there. So with that being said, guys, until we dare again. Bye.